Hello everybody, it's AJ here again. Just another little quick update to show you the casting process that I've been using. So first I'll show you the products that I used. Um, so as we know, this is the original floor piece that I made, um, and it was using the amazing casting putty, which you just mix together two putties and it forms this rubbery stuff. This is working really well. The putty is extremely resilient, and the flexibility allows you to just pop out mold after mold after mold of the stuff, which is great. These cast ones here, this is the stairwell section, the elevation section, a treasure chest, and the iron panel, which I cast into this block. This stuff is silicon mold. This is from what's it called? Illumite, Illumilite, Illuminite.com, and this is the Quickset RTV silicon rubber molds, and you can use it for two-part molds where you put two halves together, or with these ones, top cast molds, where you basically just put the objects down on a piece of plasticine in this case, and then pour the mold over the silicon rubber over top of them and leave them for a good day to set, and then you get the stuff. So it's not quite as flexible or soft as the other one, but it's quite strong. But it's not as strong as I thought it would be. And I'll show you a little bit of a disaster. And so this is the corner sections here that I've been casting. Taking the original out of here actually destroyed it because it was bound on pretty quick with there were gaps in the wall bricks where the silicon had gone straight through, and pulling it out, because you need to pull it out like this, like that from the mold, it actually tore the wall in half. But that was okay because I've made lots of good duplicates since then, enough to make rooms and things. So yeah, in this particular case, I just sort of blocked off this middle section to save on the silicon rubber that I was using. And when I was taking it out, this bit here was way thinner than I thought it would be. But it hasn't actually ended up being a problem. It's the opposite corner, which has got a little tear in it there. That just happened in the last cast, so I'm a bit concerned that that's going to worsen over time, and I'll be very careful not to tear it open too much when I cast my next one. So yeah, I've made multiple copies of those, and they're looking great. They work exactly as planned. Now I can finally show you the stairwell elevations as planned. So here's the elevation sections, and here's the stair sections. And as you can see, you can just stack them up to make higher and higher stairwells. You could also put in magnets and stuff like that if you wanted to, and they stack up really nicely to form stairways. And you can make all sorts of different formations as well. So instead of having a very tall stairway, you could have wide stuff, or you could have the stairs coming out in different directions and forming up on a causeway or some such. Yeah, anything you want really. It's good fun to play with. I've made more floor sections. I've cast lots of the treasure chests and the panels, which I've actually put away in my thing. So more of these little iron panels, which are a bit hard to see, but they turned out really well. Even the chain links looked pretty good. Yeah, so next up I'm going to do the doors and the door section, the stairwell, various other bits and pieces, the pillar, the well, and I've got a couple more doors here. One's the iron door, and the other one's going to be a stone door. And it's a bit hard to see on camera, but you can see a little bit. I've carved wooden grain texture into the door for the wooden door, and I'm going to put a little latch on there as well. Yeah, so that'll be good. And the next moulding material I'm going to be using, oh yeah, here's the moulding process. So here's the plasticine, a big hunk of sculpting plasticine that I've got around this thing, and just showing you the blocking off process there. So that's all solid plasticine in there, and it goes into this little underhang bit, and that's the wall section, and it's just firmly down on the bottom, and it's got a good centimetre of space on around it. It needs a bit more blocking on the inside here to lessen that free space there, because it doesn't need to be that strong on the inside. And for this one, I'm going to need to spray this with silicon lubricant, a silicon mold release, basically CRC. I don't know if you've got CRC 808 over there, but it's a silicon stuff that you use to recondition vinyl in cars and things. And because I'm going to be using polyurethane for this one, 2-part polyurethane, part A, part B, equal mix. Very easy to use this stuff, and but all of these mold making materials are fairly expensive, so I don't want to screw it up and get it wrong. So I need to make maximum use of this. I also tried an experiment with a polyurethane sealant or cork builder's bog, and that didn't go so well, but I did actually get one cast piece out of it, even though I had to painstakingly peel all the polyurethane putty off it. I still got a fairly good cast, so it's possible. But after all that effort and waiting, 12 hours for the thing to dry out sufficiently, I was hoping to get more than one. And I really should have used a lot of mold release agent that I didn't have available to me. So I'll probably give it another to go, because I've got more of that polyurethane sealant to use, and I'll put more effort into it, I think, and get the right materials and do everything exactly as they showed on YouTube. So yeah, so onwards and upwards. I'm pretty happy with the day's progress so far. Thanks for watching, everybody.